Alright, so today I'm going to teach you how to learn all of your key signatures in 10 minutes or less. And we're talking about major scales today on this channel. So for some of you who grew up in the school music system, beginner band, junior band, high school band, all that, every quarter or so you had some sort of competition you might sign up for, like all region or all state or something of that nature, where you needed to learn some scales. And like if you were a trumpet player, your B's were always going to be B flats or something like that. You had habits that you needed to fix. Well, we're going to address that right here because, you know, maybe they never did a good job of telling you why the key signature was what it was, or how you could learn them all and never have to ask again. You just knew what key you were playing in. There's one very simple diagram that you can learn that will answer all those questions for you. It's called the circle of fifths. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the most basic one, and that one will be the one with no sharps, no flats. That would be C major. How does the circle of fifths work? It works in intervals of perfect fifths. That is why it's called a circle of fifths. Because whenever you go a perfect fifth up from C major, you will go to G major. What do you suppose the key signature for G major will be? It's going to be one sharp, your F sharp. Well, what about two sharps? That's going to be D major. And there's always some sort of method to the madness. Like, let's look at C major. So one of the most dominating characteristics of a major scale is that minor second interval between the 7th scale degree and the 1st, your leading tone and your root. So B, the B natural going up to C, that's only a half a step. That's your resolution, is a half step resolution. The F sharp going up to G, that's a half step. The C sharp to D on D major, that's a half step. And guess what? From C to G, that's a perfect fifth. From G to D, that's a perfect fifth. So a perfect fifth from D will be A. And it's going to have three sharps. The third one being G sharp. And now we're going to get into some of the more flavorful ones. Your keyboard keys. E major. That's going to have four sharps, with the leading tone being D sharp. Down here you get to your next one, which would be B major. That's going to be five sharps. And you put your A sharp down here on this space for B major. We start to run into kind of a problem here. It's not much of a problem, but once we get to 5 sharps, 6 sharps, there's some places where we can possibly call it by two different names. In this case, we're going to say B major can also be C flat major. And that will be 7 flats. Going from this side, what's a perfect fifth down from C? That would be F. And you're going to have 1 flat there. Same thing, we're going to have 2 flats here. We're going to major fifth down from F. What would that be? I'll give you a clue. It's a full step down from C. B flat, major. And there's that pattern right there, that relationship. C, B flat. What do you think this next one will be? E flat. There's always a pattern to everything. So now you're up to 3 flats. Next one is A flat major. And it's going to have 4 flats. And now we're going to go down from E flat major, 1 full step, which would be a perfect fifth down from A flat. That would be D flat. And that's going to have 5 flats. Now the inharmonic equivalent to this, that would be C sharp major. It's going to have 7 sharps. I know that looks a little ugly, but for demonstration purposes, it will do. And now, the nice little crossroad is going to be the bridge between the 2. So a perfect fifth up from B major is F sharp major, which would coincidentally be G flat major. And of course, it's going to have 6 flats or 6 sharps, either way you go. All right, so there is your circle of fifths. And as you can see, the name of it comes from the intervals of perfect fifths, and each accidental that you place is a perfect fifth apart, either going up or down. Either way it is. Same with B flat. You go down a perfect fifth from B flat, you're going to have E flat. You go a perfect fifth up from F sharp, you're going to get C sharp. It's going to work in that continuous cycle, perfect fifths, the whole way through. Very predictable, very easy to understand. Now, next time, we're going to do this with minor keys. We're going to learn all of our minor keys in 5 minutes or less. So stay tuned for that one. Hit subscribe, and I will see you next time.